afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry if this camera gets really shaky. I'm on a really crappy highway right now, driving home from work, and I drive a Camaro, so my suspension system is not really going to make up for this highway. Let me just adjust that right now. You might see me adjust the camera a few times. Sorry about that. I want to have a quick conversation about intermittent fasting, what I think about it, the claims behind growth hormone and insulin sensitivity, how it works. Does it suck? Is it maintainable? I kind of venture on off with intermittent fasting for typically months at a time. I'm currently doing intermittent fasting. I last ate at 9 p.m. last night. I'm on my way to go get lunch with the girlfriend. We're doing omelets and pancakes. I took summer hours, by the way, from work today. That's why I'm leaving work right now. So cut off food last night at 9 p.m. Gonna start eating at 1 p.m. So 16-hour fast. And all right, first topic that I want to address with this, growth hormone. I feel like the growth hormone studies and articles and everything that you see out there with that is kind of it's blown out of proportion. I think the growth hormone effect of intermittent fasting is rather negligible. I imagine it's somewhere around 1% difference, if that. And the muscle growth stimulation that you would get from this growth hormone increase doesn't matter at all. Obviously, sometimes it's sad, but in the industry, doctors tend to get paid off to show different types of statistics to make it look amplified, right? So they may not show you direct hormone increase, but they may say during this time period, blah, 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 this happens at 2,000% of the rate of so-and-so. It's very sad, but it happens. With that, like I said, I don't think growth hormone increases are significant with intermittent fasting. The second topic is insulin sensitivity. This, I kind of feel, has helped with me a little bit. I do not come from a good genetic background. I know people out there are going to be like, oh, genetics don't actually influence anything that happens in your body. Well, they kind of do. However, my family is a little bit large set. There is diabetes that runs in my family. Not that I am diabetes prone, it's more so on a maternal, and it's both a maternal and a female side of my family. I do find though that sometimes I tend to feel like crap after eating certain types of foods that have like a high glycemic index. And when I practice intermittent fasting, they tend not to bother my stomach as much. Maybe I'm just extremely hungry, my body's just ready for anything. I don't know, but I would like to say that my insulin sensitivity does change a bit. How to start intermittent fasting, and I guess also, we'll go with how to start intermittent fasting. The key components behind intermittent fasting when you want to start is get used to a routine. Cut off dinner at a certain time every night and try to hold that routine for as long as possible. Try not to break it up on weekends. Try not to say, oh, I'm going to do this every other day. That's just not going to work. And also start very slow. Intermittent fasting's key components is I'm going to eat during this window and I'm going to not eat during this window. A lot of people like to start with about 14 hours, right? So you will eat for 10 hours of the day. Let's say that's 8 a.m. to, God, I'm blanking, 6 p.m. Or maybe it's noon to 10 p.m. It really depends on the person, what you like to do. It could be 11 to 9 p.m., something like that. But whenever you deem best for you to eat. And once you start off with 14 hours, try and hold this cycle for roughly 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to suck in the beginning. You're going to get hunger pains in the morning and whatnot. You might feel a little bit of lightheaded. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Definitely try to blunt your appetite with some type of caffeine. At work, I know sometimes I get really tired and I drink a Zero Ultra. Yes, that has artificial sweeteners. There's some discussion behind that and if the artificial sweeteners actually affect you while intermittent fasting. but I don't see a problem with it. I'm going to do it regardless because sometimes I need a Zero Ultra. It is what it is. But coffee, so black coffee or maybe just like a tiny splash of creamer, you're not going to kill yourself with 10 or 20 calories while intermittent fasting, obviously. So coffee, Monster, lots of water, whatever your fix is in the morning. But caffeine will help that hunger tremendously, and the hunger will still come back right before you're about to eat. Just put it off. I know it sounds dumb to say, but put it off. There's plenty of studies out there that actually show, and even people that just go for long periods of fast, like 3 days or so, because obviously that can be a cultural thing, or that can be your own choice, because there is a lot of health benefits behind doing extended fasts. I personally don't know any off the top of my head that I want to quote or anything, because I don't practice that, but your hunger will subside within an hour. So if you become like ravenously hungry at 10 a.m., if you just let yourself be hungry, your body will pretty much force itself to regulate and kind of hide that hunger by 11 a.m. Let's go with hide that hunger, right? My vocabulary is just freaking awesome today. That's more so because of a hormone situation within your body. You can only secrete a certain amount of hormones in your digestive tract for so long that scream, hey, I'm hungry. And eventually your body's going to have to resort back to acting in a state of not being hungry, because you can no longer secrete those hormones, and it takes them like 2 to 3 hours to recuperate. So like if you keep not eating, you would eventually feel hungry again 2 to 3 hours later. But yes, like I'm saying, just kind of ride out the wave, avoid the hunger, try to follow this protocol for 2 to 3 weeks. Once you feel comfortable with 14 hours, try to implement maybe 15, 16 hours. A nice sweet spot is 16 hours. What I like to do is, first thing, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I drink some water, drive to work, whatever. I get to work around 7. With that, I have a bunch of meetings in the morning from 7 to 9, so I'm pretty preoccupied as it is. It's just the way that my company runs. The company that I work at, don't own the company. And I won't consume any type of caffeine until 9 a.m. I force myself to not consume any caffeine within the first few hours of rising. Plenty of studies behind that too, saying that yes, you will have a caffeine tolerance in general when you drink caffeine, but it's somewhat tenfold when you consume caffeine right after rising. Your body will also become dependent on it when you rise, but you won't feel any more awake or anything, and it sucks. I only know this because I used to drink coffee at like 7 a.m. and it just does not help you. Like when I used to wake up at 6:30, I would drink coffee at 7. And I won't eat until lunch. So for me, that's 12 to 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, kind of depending when I'm able to take lunch. And then I cut myself off at night at around 8 to 9, again, depending on when I eat lunch or whatever. And like I said, I follow this for as long as possible. Obviously, I'm going to live my life. If friends want to go out at 10 p.m. or something like that, like one night a week or once every other week or something like that, I'm not going to tell them no, right? So I'm going to go out, I'll enjoy myself, have a good time. Typically, obviously, that'll be a Friday or a Saturday night, which helps because you can push off your fast super easily on the weekend. Like I said, I wake up at 5:30 on the weekdays and don't eat until 12. So on a weekend day, let's say I decide to wake up at 9 or 10 a.m., I can easily not eat until 3 or 4 p.m. With that being said, intermittent fasting, once you get past those first 2 or 3 sucky weeks, it's easy. It is actually very easy. Even on a cut, you do get a little bit more hungry, and it's hard to convince your body that you're in a routine of not wanting to be hungry until a set time when you are in a caloric deficit, because your body keeps trying to yank yourself to go and eat some food, right? Some good stuff. But it's super useful. I mostly just like this because I like eating bigger meals. That's the whole preface behind it. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. I like to eat bigger meals. That's fun, it's enjoyable for me. It's like I can have a 1,500 calorie dinner, no problem. And still hit my macros, which are currently 200 protein, 60 carb and 65 fat. So that means I have roughly around 1,000 calories for lunch and an afternoon snack. Is it for everybody? No. The reason why I said I follow it for a few months at a time, when I'm in a maintenance / bulking phase, I tend to not like following intermittent fasting because I can be very busy at times, and it actually sucks trying to get your calories in that short of an eating window. For me, it's that 8-hour eating window. Some days I literally just can't hit the right macros or get in enough calories in that certain amount of time if I'm at maintenance or bulking. So I won't do it during those months. I'll have some type of breakfast at 9 o'clock or something, and I'll have maybe a late night protein shake or something like that. That's another thing that is kind of a poor subject out in the fitness community is meal timing. Meal timing doesn't mean shit. There's plenty of research out there that if your daily maintenance is 2,500 calories, you have to hit, let's say, 100 grams of protein a day just to sustain your muscle and not lose anything. You can eat all those calories at one meal and then not eat again for 24 hours and you'll be perfectly fine. Yes, you may feel like you want to pass out during those other 23 hours and 55 minutes, but technically your body will be fine. Your body will store those calories, it'll use them, and you will stay at maintenance. You may look lean for the rest of the day, but that's it. So meal timing is a load of stuff. It's a load of fake stuff, and it doesn't apply. So yeah, that's my short talk on intermittent fasting. Definitely try it out if you're on a cut. Have some fun with it. Like I said, start with like maybe 14 hours. Try to stick to a routine for 2 to 3 weeks. At least feel it out. I promise it sucks in the beginning, but then it gets super easy. And yeah, happy cutting, happy stubborn. See ya.